do a very simple strategy. Let's say that if an asset falls by at least, let's say, the market's been moving quite heavily with crypto. Let's go for 10%. So let's say that let's do this. If ETH USD, let's go ETH USDT price is below ETH USDT, I'm going to say 3-hour high, but I'm going to write it as an 36 by 5 minute bar. We could just write there 3-hour bar. And that would be the exact same thing. Sorry, 3-hour high. But I'm going to use price below ETH USDT. Let's get that right. 36 by 5 minute bar high by at least 10%. So we're saying that if the price of ETH USDT drops below the 3-hour bar high by at least 10%, then by, let's say, 5,000 USD worth of ETH USD. That's a fairly simple strategy to run. We're going to click next here, and you're going to notice this time you can actually loop the strategy. So if you're going to simulate the strategy or you're going to run it live, you can loop this. It doesn't really matter because we're going to backtest the strategy. And let's backtest it with something really easy. Close position at profits of 20%, or let me get my syntax right, at profit of 20%, or loss is 20%. Great, perfect. So we've got our strategy here, and remember that trading view opens below, and you can always look at the chart there. So let's click next and let's get into backtesting, because this is where you get your ideas from. So we're going to go backtest ETH USD. Let's call it right. ETH USDT below 3-hour high. I don't know, whatever you guys like to name it, go ahead and do it. So now you can see we actually have an entry condition here, and we have an exit condition. And we're going to backtest this. Now, traders, we've only just released backtesting, I think a couple of hours ago. We're struggling with a little bit of latency at the moment. So the amount of time it's taking to run is slightly long, because it should normally start straight away. It's taking about 40 seconds, 50 seconds to get going. And while this is running, I'm actually going to show you how we're going to test this over a group of assets. So I'm going to let this run, and I'm actually going to come back to it. But in the meantime, I want to test this exact same strategy over a group of assets. So we're going to go to our control panel, and we're going to select clone. And once we select clone, this exact strategy is going to open up in our wizard. And any word that appears in bold can be changed at the click of a mouse. So let's test this over BTC USDT. Okay. And let's test, and it's just 3 clicks, next, and backtest. So 10 seconds, 15 seconds at the most, and you tested it over another asset. While this is running, I'm going to test it over another asset as well, because I want to get a bit of data in. I want to see how this strategy is testing over other assets. And if you traders want me to test this while I'm on an asset that you like to trade with, pop it in the chat. I'll run it as a test. So we've got 3 there. We got Litecoin, we got BTC, and we got Ethereum that's running at the moment. So once these are running, let's go. You remember, you'll find them in the My Strategies page. Always go to the left-hand menu bar to navigate, and go to the back test. I'm going to come back and show you my live strategies that I'm running. But we go to the back test, and here are our strategies. So please be aware we are working on this latency issue. We do understand that it does take a little while for these backtests to get going, and we should have it sorted within the next week or two. So just bear with us, just have a little bit of patience when you're running your backtests. So you can see that Ethereum, the backtest is completed. Let's go into it while these two are running. And this is just such an awesome strategy that I've been running over this past 2 weeks with crypto, just simply because the movement is so volatile at the moment. You can see here, everything looks the same. It looks exactly the same as our simulated page. You've got your name, you've got now the amounts of hits. And remember, this is 3 entries and 3 exits that happened. You can also see the total P&L. You can see that this gave us 55.08%. And this is gross. This is doesn't include any trading fees, so you'll just have to work it out. But with 3 trades, you're not looking at intense amount there. As with your simulated strategies, you've got your control panel, and that's how I was cloning it. And then let's have a look here. You can see that we have our conditions as stated. We have our hits, and remember, if you move your mouse pointer over the hits, you can get some information there. This was our second hit. You can see the amount returned. You can see the P&L. You can also see the min P&L and the max P&L that the trade reached during that time. So if you want to find out more information about this, always remember our notification panel on the side. So scroll down until you see hit 2, and here we are. You can see the hit 2 entered on December the 1st at 2020. You can see the entry. It was number 2. You can see the units, and you can see the execution price. And then just above it, you'll see the exact same card, but this time with the exit. It'll give you the date, the time, the units, and the execution. And then here you'll see that we have our winning and losing ratio. And some of you will be thinking, well, how come we only have 2 hits there and we have a total of 3 hits? Well, if we just scroll up, you'll see that hit 3 hasn't actually closed yet. So if we were running a strategy like this, hit 3 would still be running. So we don't know whether it's winning or losing, or when it ended, whether it was winning or losing, but we do know that at the moment it's up 15.12%. Great, let's go have a look at how our other strategies were testing. Remember, we tested this exact same strategy on BTC, and okay, so BTC gave us only 1 hit, and with a total P&L of 21.14. And oh, this is awesome. Litecoin USDT, 91.26% of 5 hits. Let's just go into this because I think I had forgotten. Our beta back test, it tests for 90 days. So yesterday, 90 days previous, including weekends. The next version we bring out, you're going to be able to adjust it. John, give me a moment. I'm going to get to some RSI and some MACD. Guys, you can trade with any indicators you can think of, from Bollinger Band to MACD, pivot points, RSI, stochastics. Whatever your preferred indicator is, you can find it on here. And I'll get to that in a moment, John. So traders, this is an easy way for you to test your strategies out via backtesting. And when we go to my live strategies, you'll see they're all in green. They're all in green because I constantly backtest. I don't stop backtesting my strategies. So this is one really basic, simple, awesome strategy that's brought some, really amazing results. You can take this strategy now and test it with different exits.